Hello, guys. Good morning. Happy Coffee Talk. I am so happy to be back to Coffee Talk after about a week off. Let's see. What am I drinking this morning? I'm drinking Black Rifle coffee in the new mug that Nikki gave me. This is like Polish pottery. She brought this to the fitme team event, so she brought me this mug, and I really love it. I mean, it's just the right size, to be honest. It's a big mug, but it's not so big that the coffee gets cold. Because sometimes I have a couple big mugs, and if you fill it up, then the coffee gets cold at the bottom. And I have a rule about coffee, which is it's either hot, hot, or it's cold, cold. There's no in between. There's no lukewarm coffee, or there's no like watered down iced coffee. Bleh. So anyways, I love this mug. It's like one of my new faves. And so I'm drinking Black Rifle, and I've missed you guys. I haven't done Coffee Talk in a week. Last week we had our fitme events. We had our team training, and then we had our fitme Washington event, and it was 5 or 6 days. It was a lot. It was so fun, but it was a lot of days in a row. Of training, of education, of connecting, of like eating, of activities. It was so much fun. But this week has been a recharge week. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you about this morning on Coffee Talk is I miss you guys, and I miss our Coffee Talk chats. And there's other things that I haven't done this week that I miss too. I haven't been working out in the gym. I have been in a really good groove of hitting like 4 days a week of strength training. And this week I didn't do it on purpose. I also have just been lower key, I guess, on social media. Like I just haven't done as much posting or stories on purpose because I needed to recharge my batteries after all of the energy output of the fitme events. This week needed to be recharged. And I'm sharing this with you because one, even I have to have boundaries around things that I enjoy or want to do. Sometimes boundaries aren't just about things you want to avoid. It's about things that you may want to do or could do. You're just choosing not to because the big picture says that it's not wise to do it, or that like long game, you need to pull back a little bit rather than push forward. And I think that's kind of where my head's at is, I'm in this for the long run. I don't know if you've been around for a long time, if you're new to Coffee Talk or if you're new to fitme. But like the kind of change that we create with fitme is a long-term process. It's like, it can take a couple of months, a couple of years even. And the work that I want to do with you and just sharing this journey with you isn't something that's like as fast as I can for 30 days and then quit. And because of that, I need it to be sustainable. And sustainable means that I need to recharge when I have a super high output. So if like I was a car and I just went full speed for 5 days straight, I need to slow down a little bit, maybe to less than my normal pace, so that like my engine can recover. My husband would get so mad about this metaphor because he loves cars and he loves tuning engines and stuff. But you get what I'm saying. Like if I just want to blow up my engine, well, then I can go hard again this week. And all of the stories around what I should be or expectations around what I need to be doing, why would I meet those expectations only to blow up my own engine? Why would I think, oh man, if I don't do Coffee Talk, if I don't post every day, if I'm not constantly everywhere, then people will be disappointed or whatever. And so I'm going to go ahead and go as hard as possible this week too and blow up my engine and then not be able to show up at all next week. But I bet you do this. I bet you intuitively know that you have pushes and pulls where you need to go harder and then you need to step back and go less hard. But because of expectations, because of the demands on you, it's hard to do that. And so you'd rather blow up your own engine than create boundaries that make something sustainable. Sometimes when we have, I don't know, a troubled past with something, like say eating, for example, if you've had a mixed relationship with food, it's been your friend, it's been your enemy, it's been your stress crutch, it's been your happy joy. You have this mixed relationship with food. When you consider doing something that is like a food change, like you're going to eat differently, sometimes we actually get into a place where we want to be self-destructive and blow up our engine because you know that what you've chosen to do isn't sustainable anyway. So if you blow up your engine, then you don't have to do it anymore. And so, for example, oftentimes we choose something that's like very restrictive or requires, unsustainable levels of workouts, or that necessitates a food plan that you're not going to stick to. And you go hard all in for as long as you can, and then your engine blows up. You can't do it anymore. And instead of going back to coasting or going back to the right direction just at a slower speed, your engine's blown up. So you just go off the road. And the story around it is I tried my best, I did the thing, but it didn't work, and I blew up my engine. But really what we need to do is pick something that's more sustainable and that doesn't necessitate us blowing up our engine. And so whether you're applying this to food or exercise or just like your relationships, or like me, you've got something that is high demand energy, you've got two choices. One, you choose something that doesn't necessitate you blow up your engine, or two, you have really good boundaries and a really good gauge on how to pull back and adjust the thing for you. I'm learning this over time. I'm not really great. I wasn't great at it before. I'm getting better at it now, mostly because I really, really care about fitme and I care about our community and our people. So for me, like the necessity of being able to stick with it for the long run is so much more important than like the like ego stroke of always being 100% on or perfect. So if you're struggling with this too, maybe the reason that you've not been able to switch into something that's more sustainable is that you haven't considered how important it is for you to do that. Because if you start thinking about taking care of yourself as so important, that you wouldn't want to not have boundaries, that you wouldn't want to have something that's sustainable. You wouldn't want to, if you think about how important taking care of yourself is, it makes it so much easier to choose something that allows you to push sometimes and pull back sometimes, but not be failing, which is what we do in fitme. Honestly, we stop doing the crazy restrictive things that blow up your engine, and instead we give you something that's sustainable, that allows you to push sometimes and pull back other times and still be on track. That's what it is. But ultimately, I want you to be able to do these things until you're 95 years old. Still taking care of yourself, still eating well, still moving, still challenging yourself, still getting support from community, still connecting with other women. Those are the things that can be really meaningful for your life. So anywho, I know this was a longer coffee talk, but that's because I miss talking to you. And I should be back in my normal groove next week, and we'll do coffee talk every day together. I'm considering doing so you know how most of the long podcast people, every once in a while they do a short one? I've actually thought about what if once in a while, like once or twice a month, I did a long one. I even thought about doing an interview style, sharing coffee with someone and doing maybe like a 30 to 45 minute coffee talk where we can talk about issues or things that are on our minds. But anyways, let me know if you think if that would be interesting. Hit me back. Let me know if you're like, yep, I would like that. Or you're like, no, keep them 10 minutes. That's what I like about coffee talk. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.